Hello, welcome back to my channel. So today basically I'm filming a story time. I'm just telling it because I thought it was really funny. But basically, anyways, let's get into it. So it was July 12th. My friend was like, okay, we're gonna go to Six Flags. So we got in the car, we left around like 8 in the morning. And the Six Flags we were going to was in Gurney. So it took us like an hour and a half maybe to get up there. And basically my mom kept telling me like it's gonna rain, and I was like, okay, but like the weatherman isn't always right. Like he's right like maybe 80% of the time. So I was like, it could not rain, you know. And so we're driving there, it's perfectly fine. And then we like get where we're like 20 minutes away from Gurney, and it's pouring. Like it is pouring rain, and there's a lot of traffic too, so we're kind of just sitting, and the rain is really loud too. Like the clouds are dark and the rain is just coming down in buckets and buckets and buckets and buckets. And so we get to Six Flags, and basically we get there around like 10. And basically how Six Flags works is that like you are on like this one main street. It's like one main street, and then there's like you turn, like you go right, you go right, and then you see like the big entrance. Like it says welcome to Six Flags or something like that, I don't know, but you can tell you're going to Six Flags. And it's a long lane, and basically we get there and the cars are lined up. Like they haven't let people in to like get their parking passes or whatever they're called. And so basically this woman, she like knocks on the window of the car, and she's like, due to the weather we're not opening up until 12. So you can either stay and wait in line, or you can go somewhere else and wait. So we're like, let's just go to the gas station real quick, you know, just like make a pit stop, use the bathroom, all that good-ish. So we do that, and then we're like, okay, let's just go get back in line. So we're a little farther back. They still haven't let people in. And then basically the cars start getting like, there's so many cars that the line is going onto the main road. So that's a problem because you're blocking the main road. So then they let us in to go get our parking pass, because basically it's like the first gate and then the second gate where you get your parking passes, and then it's the parking lot. So we get to the second gate where you get your parking passes, and we're waiting there for like maybe 20 minutes. We get our pass, we go. And this was, I think, the last day that you were able to bring like a person for free if you had a season pass. And so we go, we park right up front, really close to the car. Everything's all good. We go, we stand in line, and it takes maybe like 30 minutes for us to actually go through security and all that. So we get in the park, and we're like, me, my friend Caitlin, and my other friend Mikey, we're like discussing like what ride are we gonna go on first. And so I had been to Six Flags earlier in the summer, like in June I believe, and I went on the Joker. And I was like, guys, we should go on the Joker because it's like brand new and they had never been on it. So I was like, okay, Joker, let's go. So we get in the park and we go straight for the Joker. And it's a little far from the entranceway. It's not like extremely far, like on the other side of the park, but it's like in the corner. Yeah, like in the corner or something. So we go there, and we're like some of the first people in line. Not like the first people, but we're like part of the first like 30 people in line. And so they haven't like started the rides up yet, because how it is that it's like you're in one line for the Joker, and then you go into a smaller line, which is when you actually get loaded onto the rides. So, but they hadn't even opened up the first line. So we were lined up outside of where you line up, if that makes sense. We were lined up outside of the ride. And so we're waiting and we're waiting, and the weather is perfectly fine, no clouds, it's perfectly clear. and then they let us in, and we go, and we're going straight, and we like make it all the way up towards like the very first lane. Cause like when there's like in an amusement park, you know how like it lanes, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you just snake your way through the lines. Well, we're in the very front.
Stop! Mikey.
Like we were about to get on the ride, and they let like one person, like they let one round of people go on the ride, and then it was kind of drizzling, so everybody was kind of waiting for the ride to like chill out and stuff. Like we're waiting for like the weather to pass, because you could see the clouds, and they were coming from the west, and they were coming, and they were kind of dark. They weren't super dark, but yeah, they were like kind of dark. You know what I mean? They were gray. They were gray clouds, and they were coming, and it was drizzling, and so we're just waiting. And so we're waiting in line, and then all of a sudden it starts pouring. And we're like, oh no. And we were so close to getting on the ride that we were out from underneath the pavilion where everybody waits under in line. So we had to like push, like we were asking the people behind us, like, can you go back? Because we need to get under the pavilion, or else we were gonna get soaking wet. So it's like pouring. We're watching all the water go down the drain close to the ride. And we hear over the speakers like, the ride, like due to safety measurements, we need to stop the ride until it stops pouring. So we're like, okay. So we're waiting. And I think it rains for maybe like half an hour, 20 minutes to half an hour. So we're waiting. Now you can see the oh yeah. And then it stops raining. And then it's like kind of just drizzling a little bit more. And then Mikey's like hearing someone. He's like, and he tells us, he's like, they're closing down the rest of the park. Let's get out of the line. And I was like, no. Like, you could just be hearing stuff. Like, but then of course, like 20 seconds later, all around the park on the intercoms, you hear, like, the park will be closed for the rest of the day. So I was like, oh. So we like dash, we ran, and you just see everybody exiting the park, and we're trying to find Caitlin's dad and sister, because you know they're our ride. And so we're like looking, and then we run into them, and we're walking out of the park, and it's like clear. I don't know if it was clear, but it was clear enough, and it wasn't raining anymore.
Where is the car?
But they refunded, well, they didn't refund, but basically we got free passes to go to the park. But we have to use them before September 4th, I believe. Yeah, so we got free passes. I got 2 because Caitlin, her dad, and her sister are our season pass holders. Me and Mikey didn't have passes. We don't have season passes, so I got 2 and he got 2. So that's pretty cool. But anyways, yeah, that was just a quick short story time. That was just a quick short story. I thought it was really funny, like, when we were, like, actually doing it, because, like, it took an hour to get there, and then we were waiting, like, in total, we probably waited at least, like, an hour. And then we're right up there, and we don't get on the ride. Because my mom was right. Anyways, moral of the story is your mom is always right. Okay, yeah. Anyway, thank you for listening to this stupid story. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe. No, I'm just kidding. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. Or if you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. So I know. Because, like, I don't know. I'm not going to do story times unless they're, like, really funny. Like, this one wasn't even really funny. It was more of just, like, are you kidding me? But, like, if you want me to do more story times, I can do more story times. Or, like, if you want me to do more reviews or more advice videos or, I don't know. Just, like, leave them in the comments below. And I'll look at them and I do the ones that I want to do. And I hope you found this slightly entertaining. But yeah, Thank you for watching. Goodbye.